wake Andy. My God damn computer. You know what I'm going to do? I've just decided, folks, you've seen lots and lots of little technical blarps and blurbs. We had some trouble with the audio this morning. I'm just going to try to do this just right on the stream. We're going to maybe reset this app and see if we can get it to have a cleaner start. Let's see. I might just start. Nope. All right. It's just going to be slow. We need terrible ideas to wake up Andy. All right. So Ujako says, sorry to submit an actual possibly good idea here, but you could look into getting a bed shaker to wake yourself up in the morning. Bed shaker, Andy, what do you think about that?
What is a bed shaker? I've never heard of this.
Well, maybe it's like maybe it's a gig economy thing where, you get like you get your sort of Instacart shopper, you get your Uber driver, you get your like Wakesies bed shaker.
I like that. Just give a stranger a key to my door and be like, come on in and shake my bed.
Yeah, come on in and shake that bed. And while you're at it, shake that bed, if you know what I'm saying. It's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. Great job, everybody.
And terrifying.
Good morning, M. Squirrel. Good morning, Baradane. A machine that pumps the smells of Verdansk into your room. Yep, that fictional Eastern European city in Call of Duty, Verdansk. That's right. A mattress that changes temperature and gets cold AF when you have to get up. I actually like that. So you put some refrigerant into cold bed alarm, right? Whew, folks, I am really sorry that you're just going to watch me struggle through this slow. Good one, M. Squirrel. Hey, Scott Holtzman chiming in with the first Imagivate terrible idea. Marry a person you don't love who has a really rigorous morning schedule. Yeah, I think a commitment to a terrible relationship is the right way to wake up.
Yep.
Andy, that's not what's happening in your world at this point, obviously, right?
No,
you're in a great relationship. Yeah. That's why you can't wake up. Matthias, just never go to sleep.
Sometimes it's an option. Yeah,
that'll do it. That'll do it. M. Squirrel says excessive cologne room spray until you leave. So you have maybe scent trigger activators kind of thing that are like, let's get that Drakkar Noir smell. And you start to hit different levels of scent intensity, sentensity.
Oh, sentensity.
Sentensity.
Yes.
Man, that was intense.
I like that because that'll save time for showering in the morning too. I could just get
That's
up.
right.
I could sleep later instead.
Who showers when you have the sentensity odor activator in your room? You smell like Drakkar Noir all day long, Mr. C Sharp. Rent a baby service. Babies start screaming, so you have to get up and help them. Okay. Yeah, so like internet baby rental. I imagine that's probably a thing out there. M Squirrel liked that one. Let's see. Self-detonate your house. You don't get out of bed on time. Matthias, yeah, just blow the whole thing up, and you have 90 seconds to dismantle the bomb. That would actually get your brain working, Andy. What do you think? What are some ways that you currently wake up, Andy, when you have to? Because I know you go out and do like video production gigs in the morning sometimes. What are you doing to actually get it rolling?
I'll do just an alarm clock on my phone, or sometimes I'll have it on the Apple Watch, and that will just like vibrate on my wrist.
Okay.
It'll freak me out. But that's kind of it. Like, or somebody will call me or text me in the morning.
Okay. Somebody like, where the hell are you? Andy, founding subscriber, Captain Spectra, who may be on a run right now, depending on whether or not their run has concluded. Just a bucket of water hanging above your head, and it tips over when you need to wake up. We're just basically Looney Tunes cartoon level, Rube Goldberg kind of a apparatus that could really definitely do it. Iteration of the cold bed, really hot bed. All right, so maybe just extreme temperatures, I guess, is what we're talking about. That's a good way to wake up. You're seeing these come through the
Yeah,
stream
yeah.
as well, Andy. What are you seeing? Any ones that are starting to pop out to you?
I like this tase myself with the Apple Watch. That would get me up. I like that a lot. Uh,
Yeah, Matthias has like had it. It's like enough with your vibrations. Let's tase. Let's get right down to it. Hi, I thought worst. Good morning. VR goggles that make it feel like you're asleep when you're actually up and being hugely productive. That's good. Simulate the sleep. Second screening. Your actual continued sleep.
This one from Beardane is that the move into a high crime area and be awoken by gunshots and screaming every morning does happen occasionally for me.
That is actually that's actually true. You are in a very wake up-y area of the city, aren't you?
The
Any
issue
others
is
that we missed? The Acme bed ejector from 79 seconds. Good morning. Welcome in.
rose petals gently fall from M Squirrel's rose petals gently fall from the ceiling to wake me up in time. That's a beautiful romantic way to
You wake up
in the
into a romantic comedy every morning. That's wonderful. Move into a high. Use CRISPR to change your DNA so that you have a bladder control problem. That's a terrible.
I like
idea.
that. Yeah, that's
that
terrible.
Actually, I think Matthias might have nailed that one. Hey, good morning, Dave on Base 32. Time-locked cage of wild animals that are released into your bedroom. Terrible idea. Good one.
Also a possibility. I have raccoons that live in the walls of my house, so.
Oh, they're currently
might
residing in the walls of your
I hear them
house?
scratching in there sometimes.
All right. Wallace from Wallace and Gromit had a contraption that gets him out of bed. Not sure you guys have ever seen that. Yep. Who hasn't seen Wallace and Gromit? Captain Spectra. Jeez. And welcome back from your run. Glad you made that happen. Arm the raccoons. Don't stop at just rabies. Give them implements of destruction.
Perfect. I don't know
That's
if I'll
a
ever.
terrible idea, Holtz.
I don't know if I'll ever sleep again, based on all these things that are being said at this point.
Let's take one more here. Ujako at Wake Up Time. Good morning and welcome back. A precarious game of the floor is lava starts, and if you don't get out of bed on time, the actual lava that has been filling your room will incinerate everything. So actual floor is lava. And then finally, M Squirrel delivery of warm baked cookies every morning at Wake Up Time with rose petals on them, perhaps.
That's a good idea.
And then harkening back to the other
like
day, rent Fran Drescher to talk you awake. Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. Wowie zowie. That was good stuff. You know, we always start our day the right way with a little bit of speed swirl Imagivation, and I'm glad that we've got good friend Andy Gasper with us today. We'll get back to Andy in just a second, but I just wanted to kick us into the groove, as I always do, with a couple of things. First of all, congratulations. Yesterday's most terrible idea, we had Hassan S. Ali on. I hope you were with us. If you weren't, you can go back and watch that stream. Hassan, man, what a sweet dude. He was great, and we had a really great long conversation after that. But Lose the Tude came in with, you take all of the leftover food in the office and create one enormous fondue apparatus. It was disgusting. Frankly, I just going back and rewatching it this morning gave me that little like throat tickle. Fondue does that anyway because fondue is gross. But a giant bucket of melted leftovers. You have yesterday's most terrible idea. Congratulations. Last night was amazing. I know that it's not for everybody, but as we continue on the Imagivate network to kind of explore what Twitch is all about and how and where we want to build our community. Since last week, and we had the raid from KZ Matthias and his crew came in, we really brought to life this idea of the Thursday Night Thinkubator, and it has been a big hit. And in fact, last night, Dave on Base 32, Creighton JK, Ujako, we all hung around for a couple of hours, and I think we're actually starting to crack the nut on this real, actual people, 100-player in-person Battle Royale card game. If you're interested in getting into like a little bit longer form terrible ideation, we've got a Discord channel set up for that. We are really spending time trying to figure this out. And last night, I think we started to get to a place where it's like, hey, this maybe isn't such a terrible idea. It was a ton of fun. Thanks for hanging out. And we're going to do it again every week, Thursday Night Thinkubators. Today, this might be our last What the RFP. I don't know that this one's really taken off the way that I thought it might, but that's okay because we test and learn. We create dumb things. Some of them stick, some of them don't, and then we just kind of move on. In this case, we haven't really had a lot of people contributing what the RFP briefs. So one of my fake Twitter accounts did. This is Donnie Hoyle's attorney, Robert Davis Brockweiler Munge, said with the abrupt collapse of Quibi, what are some terrible ideas that could fill in the short form celebrity fueled content void? So we've got that one. Then thank the maker for Ujako. Ujako had a couple of contributions, and we're going to vote on these in just a second. So in an alternate science world, what would be a viable non-vaccine solution to COVID-19? Okay, that's a good one. Despite our advanced medical knowledge of human anatomy, last week, Dutch scientists discovered a new organ. What is it? So this is maybe a guessing game. It could be that we all just come up with terrible ideas for new organs, but that would be fun territory. And apparently this is a real discovery, which we'll discuss in a bit. Number 3, what are some currently overused buzzwords or phrases? And either A, make a slogan campaign to highlight them, or I think, and this is where I think you're going to be voting on, what should be a new buzzword that currently is not in the corporate lexicon? That's what you'll be voting on. Let's come up with terrible ideas for new buzzwords like we need them. And then finally, death is really scary. How can it stop that? All right, so what we're going to do, Andy, coming back to you, I'm going to, if I can do this, I'm going to set the poll off. Folks, you're going to have 1 minute to vote on these. It should be in the stream now. What the RFP? Pick your favorite. Vote, and in 60 short seconds, we are going to know what lies ahead for us on Imagivate Live WT RFP. I'm so sorry that I can't seem to get the drawing to work in any serviceable way. That's the exciting part of Imagivate Live. We have some sort of technical hang up every show. Sometimes maybe you can't hear me so good. Sometimes you can't see me. Sometimes you're expecting one screen and you get another one. But either way, it's unexpected, it's exciting, it's surprising and delighting. It's Imagivate Live. All right, we've got about, 10 seconds left on the quote. We've got new corporate buzzwords is really kind of got just a hair lead over make death less scary. Here we come up. We're coming up to the end of the poll, and it's new corporate buzzwords.
All right.
All right. So if you are not in the corporate world, you know that there are lots and lots of dumb buzzwords out there. We say things now, and they sound normal, but we might say something like, I need to make choiceful decisioning, neither of which are words, but we've just decided to make those words. I'm going to disrupt the convention, right? There's some real buzzy stuff there. What are some new buzzwords, terrible ideas for buzzwords that we can inject into the corporate world to give us kind of a fresh start on our sort of windbaggery corporate presentation? Okay. KZ Matthias, title of your sex tape. Are you in the right stream right now, Matthias? I'm not saying no. Okay. Thoughtworth says block and tickle. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how to draw these down. I think we're just going to talk about them right now, and maybe I will bring up a picture of cute wildlife while we do that. Let's see. We've got Andy. Why don't you take a look at some of these that are coming through the stream while I look for an awesome visual to throw up
we have
on the screen for us.
Scott Holtzman says brutal self-care. Casey Matthias says postpone and lick it.
Folks, this project is really heading in the right direction, but the budget is starting to get constrained. I think we're going to need to postpone and lick it.
There's M. Squirrel has story tolding. It's after you tell the story, you have story told it, I guess.
Oh my God, that is fantastic.
Bear Dane has despoke.
Despoke, okay.
I had a bicycle tire get despoke once. I don't know if it was an office setting, but
I love it.
uh, Dave on bass is fire, fire, aim.
Oh, that's very interesting, getting into the actual process, right? Look, folks, we need to move faster. I want you to fire, fire, aim.
That's
a good one.
Think about it later. Don't even look at the target. Just start shooting.
Why are you
and
still
we'll
standing
aim
in my
later.
office? Why are you not doing the thing that you were about to tell me you were going
Fire,
to do?
Fire, aim. I don't care
Yes.
what you're. Don't. Where's the target? Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Get it
yeah,
done.
no scooping, just shoot.
Get it done.
Stop being a wiener and just fire. You Jaco, Schlorp. I need you to schlorp some more. Look, you're progressing in your career. Things are going really well, but if you really want to take that next step, I'm gonna need you to schlorp some more.
I'm already schlurping on the weekends. I'm schlurping after 5. I don't.
Andy,
How much more schlorp can I give you?
do you want to do it? Or do you want to be a pro schlorper, or you just want to be a side gig schlorper? That's the difference. Schwifty. Schwifty. If you can get that schlorping to be a little schwiftier, well, now we got something.
I'll schlorp harder. Schlorp harder.
What are some of the worst buzzwords, Andy, that you've encountered in your professional and non-professional life?
I always like touch base.
Oh, touch base.
It's not so. It's like because I just like then I start thinking about baseball, and then I forget what we were talking about, and then I was like, "What were we?" Just tell me about it again later. Just
Do you know
reach
there's
out
an
to me.
idiom I think in the UK that they touch wood instead of knocking on wood, and that always throws me off a little bit. They're like, "Well, you know what you should do is touch wood," and I'm like, "Oh, you mean?" Yeah, it's a superstition thing. Okay, let's see. Going antiviral. Yeah,
Oh.
Holtzman, I like that. So back in the day, one of our clients used to use the phrase, "Just get the 80 for the 20." Nobody really understood where this came from or what it meant, but it was basically like, "Hey, look, 80% of the way is good enough. Just give me the 80 for the 20." The 80 for the Twinkie. I could see using that in a client meeting. Snoodling. Circle down. M Square, what is snoodling? I would like to know your definition of snoodling. Oh, Scott Holtzman, square up, circle down. Yeah, you guys now are riffing.
Short meetings, meetlings.
79 seconds, you would do very well. You would do very well with some shorter meetings. You would do very well with meetlings. Captain Spectra in Belgium, they also say hold on to it.
Hold on to it.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Captain Spectra. You're just having a stroke on your run.
How about I like the going on the 80 for the Twinkie. You could have one that's just King Dong it. If you're like, we just really need a bad idea that's going to be weird and work.
Yeah.
King Dong.
You know what? This is a dong idea, but can you get me to a king dong idea? Scott Holtzman says, rhombus around. Don't rhombus around this. I really want you to circle down. Yep, King Kong this, King Ding Dong this. Living the sleep paralysis. I like it. You know what happens when you take these phrases and you put quotes around them? They come alive. You know what I mean? Like, it's suddenly, they carry weight. They carry more weight than they maybe intended to. Thoughtworth says, let's not go to Dayton on this. Hey, look, guys. Hey, stop. I know this is an inter-office project. I know we're struggling to figure out who the real lead is on this. Let's not go to Dayton on this project, okay?
I was thinking that was if things are going really poorly. You're going, guys, we're really going to Dayton on this one. We need to rhombus back around and head down towards Cincy or head to Indianapolis because we're in Dayton right now.
Yeah, I mean,
we've really gone to Dayton on this one.
I know you were swinging for Toledo, but let's not go to Dayton on this. Okay. Jaco is also buying in on that. I think if you know Dayton and if you've been a part of the stream for any period of time, you know Dayton. Let's not go to Dayton on this.
Oh, I really
Um,
this Kays and Matthias with we need to put quotes around this in quotes. That's a
I like
great
that a lot.
buzzword. That's a great
Yep.
buzz.
Yeah, that's probably that gets done way too often in the working world, right? What we
Yeah,
need to do is put quotes around this. Yeah, but it's still not. It's a terrible thing, right? Put quotes around it,
quotes.
okay, and get it out there. This is what we do. Just let's hold hands and make it happen. Um, okay, so just poking at surrounding areas in Dayton. This idea is feeling very Beaver Creek. Yeah. Let's not go to Dayton because otherwise you guys are going to start heading to Beaver Creek. Okay, Ujeko likes let's hold hands and make it happen. Yeah, I don't hate that. 79 seconds. Brain hurricane is the new brainstorm. Brain typhoon. Brain typhoon in the Asia Pacific. In APAC, we say brain typhoon because they wouldn't get brain hurricane down there. That makes sense. Matthias, can we binge this work? Folks, what are some other overly abused buzzwords that you have to endure every day? Let's see if we can riff on just slight tweaks to what we already hear people saying, because I think that might be a way to spread the virus faster. If people are like, because we had a few up there that story tolding, by the way, M Squirrel. I'm gonna TM that. 79 seconds. Utilize. So good.
Was that a made up one or a real one? Because that one is
no. I think that's
on.
I don't know. 79
money.
seconds. Have you heard somebody say utilize in a meeting? That feels like a terrible idea. That was just sitting there waiting to be like birthed out onto the table.
That's like one of those motivational speakers on stage, and it's just big on the background. That's utilize the power in you.
I think a lot of these things actually could make it out into the wild, without a doubt.
Put a pin in it. That's a real one. I've heard that one.
Yeah,
that is on base.
Yeah, thank you. That
one's probably used a lot.
Baradane, have you actually heard "eat our own dog food"? I know that you work on dog food accounts. Is that something that they say in the industry? Yikes!
This Synergy from Dave on Base, classic one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Baradane said yes.
Baradane said yes.
Yeah. So what does that mean when you eat your own dog food? Many times. How dare they? Who are these people? Oh, tech people especially. Okay, big picture, gee whizmo, that is it. Let's get what we need to do is step back and look at the big picture.
There's also the buzzwords that are from Captain Spectra of like smart, keep it simple, stupid, KISS, agile.
Yep.
Those are always like classic buzzwords.
Yeah, agile has definitely been misused, overused, abused. For sure. Use your own products. The 30,000 foot view.
So then Baradane, is eat your own dog food a good thing? You want to be eating your own dog food? Or I can't figure out. It's using your own products, but I don't know if it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's delicious, you know?
I don't know. If you're a dog, you're probably like, tell me more.
Yeah.
I would like to know.
Client facing from ThoughtWorks. That's a classic.
Yep. Client facing. Because what's the opposite of client facing?
Right.
Maybe that's what we need to start exploring.
That's exactly, yeah. Because that's going to be a terrible thing. Client facing, like a private back of your head.
Yeah, client behind the backing. You know what? What we're doing right now, this is client behind the backing. We need to make sure that nobody sees this thing. But keep working on it. It's not client facing. Captain Spectre, that's a good thing. Yeah, it's like we make this dog food. It's so good that we even eat it ourselves. Yeah, eat our own dog food. What do you have to say about that?
Fine. It was delicious. Thank you. I will eat more.
79 seconds. Yep, Spitballing is
a
a
good
really
one.
good one. Circle Back, I think, is really great because it just plays off of where M. Squirrel had landed on Circle Down. Don't circle back, circle down. Big Hairy Problems. Yep. Big Hairy Audacious Goals. I hear that one every now and then. Big Hairy BHAG. Imagivate. Oh, Imagivation is the opposite of client facing. Dave on Base 32.
It's like agency behind the scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, because there is no way that we can ever let the client know that we are doing this together, that Imagivation occurs. It's true though, actually, right? Because if our whole intent is to come up with terrible ideas that are intended to stimulate thinking, to get to better ideas, to get to good ideas, to get to great ideas, Imagivation cannot be client facing. It is the opposite of client facing.
Exactly, like the hidden secret. They just spent 30 minutes talking about buzzwords they talked about hectagoning and what are we paying them for? Sure, they said eat our own dog food, and we used it. It was great.
Oh, that's awesome. So we got a few more in here, and I'm gonna end on let's put this in the parking lot for now, because we're going to put this in the parking lot for now. Folks, keep yours kind of streaming through, but we're coming up on the time. We've got 2 minutes left. Andy, what are your first impressions? So first of all, thanks for joining me. Andy, you and I go way back. You were the final employee at Big Fat Brain, unpaid intern employee.
Yeah.
In the last fleeting days of Big Fat Brain. Where are you now? What are you doing? And your support sidecar. So you are an Imagivator. What are your impressions of the first couple of weeks of the show?
It's great. This is, I'm waking up in the morning now with something to do. It's great. I usually don't get up early, as we said earlier. I like it. I like this idea of our brains have been trained to really just do good ideas and have you got to be good and clever and let that out first, and filtering out all these bad ideas. Yep. But the show is like allowing the filter holes to get a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, and just letting any idea come out. And I feel like sometimes there's a little nugget of gold in that back of the brain section that you wouldn't have thought. Yeah. And it wouldn't have come out if you didn't let all of the bad and good ideas come out at the same time.
That's awesome.
So it's been so much fun. It's just get your brain to move.
Well, I'm thank you for being a part of it. You are like many of the folks. I've been saying this over and over again. I assure you, I'm not blowing smoke. Having clever people be in here every single day, and new clever people coming in. But terrible ideas are great because we start from a terrible place, but we make them really funny and interesting very quickly, and it can't happen without brains like yours. Andy, you have a comedy group called Future Science. What are some other things that you've got cooking, and that we might be on the lookout for over the course of the Imagivate network?
I do stand-up comedy as well. I've been doing that for a while. It'd be great maybe if people are interested in maybe having some sort of stand-up angle, because there's a lot of bad ideas in stand-up. I've seen a lot of open mics, and I can tell you, there's a lot of bad ideas, terrible ideas.
Seriously, but as far as taking risks, man, there's nothing riskier than that, right? That's exciting stuff. Well, I told you yesterday when we were talking, and I'll say this to the community here, I'm working on changing all of the socials over from Imagivate Live to Imagivate Network, because the Imagivate Live is just a show that's part of this bigger network of things that we're doing. We're doing live streams in the morning. We're doing just chatting kind of stuff. We're doing actually roll up our sleeves kind of collaborative work on Thursday Night Thinkubator. And I'm interested in opening up to other people coming on and hosting shows and doing things. And so we might see Andy out here heading up some sort of pilot for a stand-up show on Imagivate Network. Who knows? But Andy, thanks for joining me. I have a feeling we'll be seeing you popping in every now and then for this kind of stuff. I really appreciate you getting up early, even without the bed shaker, even without Wakesy, the gig economy bed shaker, to get you up this morning.
I'd download that app.
All right, folks, thanks so much. I'm a minute over. I hope you have a great Friday, and I hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday morning on Imagivate Live. Thanks.